Every single week of our challenge, I'm going to do at least one video on guest experience. So welcome to your second guest experience challenge. So I want you to answer a question before we double click and go a little bit deeper on guest experience. What's it like for you to spend time solving an event guest's problem, whether on phone or on site, only for them to keep repeating themselves like a broken record, as if you've never answered their question in the first place? So again, that question is, what's it like for you to spend time talking to someone, solving their problems at your event, and they just keep going on like a broken record? Put your answer in the comment section now, because I want us to be able to see how we all react both the same and differently at the same time. So one of the most powerful solutions to ensuring that the repetition stops, see what I did there, is part of the reflective listening process. Reflective listening is something I go into corporations and competitions and I often teach. Reflective listening is when we play back what the other individual said, especially when emotions are high, either high on the low end or high on the high end of things. So I'll give you an example of what I mean, because we have limited time in this challenge itself. So let's just say a director or coach comes up to you and they're like, I really think these judges are playing politically, right? How many of you have heard some sort of statement like that at an event or after an event? Well, if a director or coach said to me, I really think the judges are playing politics, the very first thing I'm going to want to do, or one of the very first things I'm going to want to do, is go, okay, so you really think the judges are playing politics? That's an exact playback. Now, immediately that may sound like that's probably not a good use of your time, because we're not trained as human beings throughout our life to talk like that. Another way to play it back is a paraphrase. And there's no one that's the right way to do it. It's what you want to do is do the one that's right for you. So a paraphrase might sound like if you have a performer or an athlete go, I'm really upset about how much I screwed up my routine today. Well, a paraphrase might be, so you feel like you really screwed up your routine today, right? Notice I'm not validating anything for either the coach or the athlete or artist. I'm just playing it back. I'm not agreeing in this case. So the third example is literally being technical and letting them know how technical you're being. So let's just say a parent of a performer or an athlete came up to you and said, I'm really peeved off that you changed your rules this year. You literally say, on a technical level, what I hear you saying is you're not pleased with the rule change. And I know that sounds so academic or prescriptive. Whether you're being technical, you're paraphrasing, or you're just exactly playing back exactly what they said, there's magic in this, because there's evidence, lots of evidence, that show people like themselves. And when we play something back, what we're showing is, I was listening to the words you were saying. Because if we go back to scenario number one, where the director or coach is like, I really think the judges are playing politics. I don't know about you, but my initial reaction is like, you want some of this? You really want to go there? But it requires me to slow the fun down and say, okay, so you really think the judges are playing politics. Now what happens is, one, I've taken the time to slow down and deregulate myself before I get activated. And then the second thing that happens is, now the other person, before we engage in conversation, goes, oh, you get me. You heard what I said. Now, there's so much more to this, but I at least want to start this as one of our challenges this week. So here's my call to action for you to practice our challenge. I want you to practice playing back with a guest, whether it's phone or in person. Heck, you could even do this by email. I want you to play back what they said, whether it's exact, a paraphrase, or you're being very technical about it and saying, what I hear you saying is, it doesn't matter to me what it is that you're doing. So, as Teddy Roosevelt said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And playing it back is a way to demonstrate to their unconscious, you care. Look, number one, don't go through this program alone, this challenge alone. Let's level one another up. So share this challenge. You can find it in the bio or the comment section below. My name is Michael Ian Cedar, and thank you for welcoming me as part of your leadership development journey.